All right, traders, good morning. Good morning, traders. Confirm if you can hear me. Confirm if you can hear me. Good morning, traders. If you can hear me, type loud and clear in the comment section. It's another Tuesday morning. If you can hear me, type loud and clear in the comment section. Let's get started. If you can hear me, type loud and clear in the comment section as we are waiting for the others to join. And if you're just joining for the first time, type first time in the comments. We'll start in the next few minutes. Okay. If you're joining for the first time, type first time in the comment section. I'll get started. All right. Okay, for those joining us for the first time, you're welcome. You're welcome. We're going to start in the next few minutes. You're welcome. And if you're seeing me for the first time, this is Happiness Hanson. And I've been trading for 5 years plus, going to 6 years now. And this particular channel is here to, actually help you see the reality of trading, understand how you can approach trading with peace of mind and trade to change your life. So avoid all the distractions and, put yourself together. If you really want to make money, pay attention to what I have to give you here. Practice that and see if that works for you. So for the OGs in the house, you're welcome. You're welcome. So this is it. Collect. And then someone is saying, let us go and sleep. It's too early. I'm not holding you though. But then, you know why you're here. You know why you're here. So for the OGs in the house, you're welcome. You're welcome. And those in the VIP group, you're welcome too. So let's get started. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. We're going to start with GBP JPY. By the way, have you made money this week? Have you made money this week? Have you made money this week? If you've made money this week, let me know the amount. I say lost money yesterday, $2. Interesting. Okay, for me, I'm currently holding a trade on GJ. and I was able to make money too on GJ. But the trade I'm holding now, we'll get to analyze together, is still in a little bit drawdown. But let's get started. We're going to start today with GBP JPY, and then from there we'll move to other pairs. So this section is going to be for 1 hour. So let's use our time wisely. For those joining us for the first time, just go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you always be notified whenever we are live or whenever I drop new videos that will help your trading. So let's get to it. So we're going to start from the daily time frame. You already know we need to do our top-down analysis, and I trade smart money concept. That is my strategy. If you've been following, that's for the OGs. If you've been following, you already know the strategy we trade. Now the thing is, are you making money? It's not just about knowing the strategy, because I try my best to make it simple. But then making it simple, I don't like when you just map out things on the chart and then you watch it play out and then you will say, oh, I know what I'm doing, or you're not placing the trade. It's not about the strategy. Just get to understand that it's not always about the strategy. It's about the money you are making with what you know. That is what matters. The money you are making with what you know. Someone can just look at a clean chart like this, but the person is making money consistently. So it's not about what you are drawing on the chart. So the strategy is just, what gives us, reasons to take actions on the chart. So whatever you know, try to always execute. Don't be scared, because trading already, you know that your capital is at risk. So you just need to be smart when risking it. If you are too scared of all your setups, then you're not going to move forward. You are not going to move forward at all. Okay? So from the daily time frame, after price tapped into this particular origin, then we got this breakout structure here, and then price tapped into this origin again to push up, and then we have this breakout structure here. Now this is currently where the market is reacting to. We move to 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, we have this origin here mitigated, which simply means this is where the market reacted to. So we'll keep that aside. And now here we're refined to this point. So currently this is where the market is reacting to, this zone here, which is the key support zone that price is reacting to. But let's get to break everything down. If you check, we got an internal breakup structure here, and then key zone here, which price is pushing up. Now we have this particular supply zone here that price tapped into, and then inside the move, I think we have a breakup structure here, and then we also have an origin. So the fight has been between this supply zone and this origin. So let's keep refining. If we move to 2-hour time frame, this is what we have. We move to 1 hour. So 1 hour we can refine to this point. We move to 30 minutes. We can refine to this point, then 15 minutes. Now if you check for 15 minutes, the origin has been mitigated On 15 minutes, this particular origin has been mitigated with this long wick. So which is why I will just leave it as, a key support level. It's going to be a key support level. So I'm checking whether there is an unmitigated key zone here. And if you check, we have this break of structure here. And we also have this unmitigated origin here, which we can leave pending. So let's check what is happening here. Now this is the supply zone here, which price has tapped into. And then we got this record structure here. Change of character here. Another record structure. Another record structure here. And this is the origin which price is reacting to. So if we are trying to position on GBP JPY, we also have this key zone that price is respecting at this point. So to position on GBP JPY, we either need to wait for price to come to this key zone here, which is this key support. If you check other time frames, it's a clean order block. So we'll wait for price there, but we're going to work with confirmation because from our entry time frame, it's just a support level. So we're going to wait, or we'll wait for price to break this zone. I'm not considering this sell yet because I need more confirmation to be sure that the sellers are in, because price tried to sell from here, rejected off this point, now pushed up again. So I need something like this again before we can consider dropping GBP JPY. So we need to wait for a breakout inside this little range that is going on, either to the upside or to the downside. I can also see another supply zone here that price may want to get back into, which is this point here. So if I'm trying to drop GBP JPY, it may be here, but from the higher time frame we are bullish, although price is resting on a key resistance level, but we're bullish. So if I end up getting a break of structure here, I may position on the next demand zone to push to the upside. So for now, there is no entry on GBP JPY. So we'll just wait and see what happens next. Now let's move to XAUUSD. I believe you all saw this movement yesterday, just as President Trump made a statement or tweeted. If you are trading gold this period, you need to be very active to pull out your money, to break even, to run away, and to position well. Okay, so checking this break of structure, I think price has taken it away. So I want to know where price is reacting to. So this is the key zone price is reacting to. And the last break of structure. And then change of character here. Another break of structure here. We move to 4-hour time frame. Let's continue with the market breakdown. Okay. So we have breakout structure here. Another breakout structure here, which price tapped into the fair value gap. Another breakout structure here. We move to 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame breakout structure here. Okay, so I can see price is reacting to this origin here. We move to 1 hour. So from 1 hour, got a breakout structure here. And then we move to 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the origin, which price is reacting to. Okay, so now after price tapped into this origin, this was a last breakout structure to the upside. And after that change of character, price tapped in here again. Okay, then we got this breakout structure to the downside. We move to 15 minutes. Here, and this particular breakout structure, we have an origin here where we can wait for another drop. Okay, now from this move yesterday, we have a demand zone here. So will price react? Yes, but then which one will be stronger from what I've seen or from what I've analyzed? The general trend is bearish, so price reacting off a supply zone will be kind of stronger at the moment, unless the buyers are in here, so they will tap in and then we'll get more breakout structures to the upside. But currently we are still bearish, and then we should still be looking for how to position for a sell on XAUUSD. So price is still reacting to the fair value gap. Now this demand zone, I know most of you have this mapped out, but price may react, dish out a reasonable move, but given a full TP, because if we are trying to take a trade from this demand zone, then full TP will be here, targeting the point of retracement. So price giving us that full TP, I really doubt. But it may, give us a reasonable movement like this or a reasonable movement like this. And for this type of movement, although it's, up to 569 pips, the stop loss, considering where the demand zone is 372. So it's a trade of 1:1. So if you enjoy 1:1, you can consider that. But if I'm positioning for a setup, I think I'll be more, I'll prefer the sell to the buy, because we are bearish unless we see more reasons, because the only buy push is just this one, that happened yesterday. So if we see more reasons for the entry, we'll get in. Now if you check, this is where price is currently reacting to. So let's see how it goes. But I'll be positioning for a sell at this point. So the first point of interest for us on XAUSD is going to be a trade of 1:4 risk to reward ratio, and it's a sell limit. Sell limit on XAUSD. Entry price will be 4419.19. And then stop loss will be 4451.26. We have take profit 4281.26. So make sure you apply proper risk management. I keep telling you guys that trading is not all about making mouths. I know how to trade, or you position, you think you are the I don't even know how to put it, or you analyze waiting no nice. No matter how your analysis is, anything that wants to happen will happen. So learn how to apply proper risk management and trade with peace of mind. Just make your money, put inside your pocket and enjoy. No stress. Okay. So let's see how it goes for this sell limit. I'm actually expecting price to push up from here. Although I will not be positioning for this buy, but this is, a point where you can actually scalp a buy. This one is for the scalpers. So even if I want to position for a buy, not from this FVG, I prefer taking from an order block. So I'm expecting price to push up from here and then get here, we drop it. Okay. So let's look at more commodities. Let's look at BTC. Okay. So for Bitcoin, the daily time frame, we have a break of structure. Another break of structure here. Then we move to 4-hour time frame. Okay, 4-hour time frame, we have price here. Now we have the last break of structure to the downside. A change of character here. And then this origin. We'll move to 2-hour time frame. So currently this is where price is reacting to this key resistance zone here. Then from 1-hour time frame, minutes, and we have 15 minutes here. So for Bitcoin, it's either we position here and stop loss. This being the last week projection, stop loss will be there. And then we'll target this point. We'll target this point. So following our strategy, this is the best point to wait for a buy on Bitcoin. And we also have, you can check from this long move that happened yesterday. We also have price breaking this particular resistance. So this one will be for break and retest traders. So price breaking, it may just come retest this zone and keep pushing up, or we get a more refined entry following, smart money concept, where price will tap in here and we push to the upside. So which one will I wait for? I will obviously wait for my strategy here, then price will push to the upside. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna write out the coordinates. Now, if we check this correctional move here, this being the last break of structure to the downside, price tapped in. I'm just patiently waiting for the buy because that's just how, I do my trading. If the market is bullish, I just patiently position, with the move that is aligning with the structure, because I try to understand my moves to know the one I can stick to. So trying to catch both the correctional move and the rest, sometimes it's a whole lot of work and too stressful. So it's, good to position for your highly probable setups. Okay, now we have this record structure here, this being a correctional move. So to get in, price has already placed, another block there. So this will most likely be an instant execution, and you take the trade. So if I'm calling out this trade, this is going to be the take profit here. So it's going to be a trade of 1:2 for the correctional move, an instant execution. So let's see if the correctional move is ready. So just price retracing to this point because we have a key zone at that point. And this particular key zone where price is reacting to has been mitigated, which is why I'm expecting market to clear to the downside. So we have an instant sell execution on Bitcoin, and then we have a buy entry here. So for the Bitcoin traders, you can decide to take this instant execution here, or you wait for a buy limit at this point. So I'm just going to write out the coordinate for the instant execution while the buy limit will be pending. So take profit will be 69576.78, and then stop loss will be 70554.36. Please apply proper risk management. Okay, let's see how it goes. So it's just a quick 1:2 risk to reward ratio trade here. as we are patiently waiting for price. So if price gets to this key zone, that is for those that will want to swing. If price should get to this key zone and you notice the momentum is high, you can just break even and then hold to this point. It can be a reasonable trade. Catching this move from here to this point, you may even decide not to, position for a buy because you're going to make a lot of money. So let's see how it goes. Now let's look at GBP USD. Okay, so for GBP USD, from the higher time frame, that is the daily time frame, we have price reacting to this key zone at the moment after this breakout structure. And we have this breakout structure here. Then price tapped in, so it has dished out its move. Now we have another breakout structure here. An origin. We move to 4-hour time frame. Okay. Now from 4-hour time frame, a breakout structure here. And then price tapped into the origin. Full movement has been delivered. Now from 4-hour time frame, this origin here, this is a key resistance zone. We move to 2-hour time frame. Internal change of character here. That is breakout structure. We'll go to 1 hour. Then we'll move to 30 minutes. Okay. Now from 30 minutes after price tapped into this resistance, a breakout structure here, change of character, origin. Now if you check price as dished out full move there. Now what do we have? Can also see a breakout structure here to the upside. Then change of character. Price reacted off this zone. Okay. So to get in again on GBP USD, can also see price is reacting here. Okay, so we have 2 points for a buy on GBP USD. We can position here. And wait for price to get here for the take profit. So this will be the first entry. Now the second entry, maybe here, this key support zone. This is actually a key zone. That's a key order block. Or if you check, it didn't give us a clean break of structure, which is why I will not be considering it. So I may be expecting price to come tap in here for another move, that is here. But this will have to work with confirmation. So this is here more like, a break and retest. That is price coming to retest. Although if you check here, after price cleared it to the upside, it still came, retested it, and continued to push to the upside. So we'll wait for it here. And that will get a drop to this point. Then we'll move to 5 minutes and get a change of character. We'll push GBP USD up, or we patiently wait for it here. So for GBP USD traders, please take note of this. Take note of this setup. This support is a key zone where we should expect to buy, and this one is where our order block is, where we should position. Price is currently reacting to another block. We may push up from here, but this is a more refined point for this drop, because I feel like if we take a trade now from here, our stop loss will be somewhere here, and we have more liquidity that price may want to clear before it will start pushing up. Then if the selling momentum is strong enough, we can get it into this point. So let's wait. Let's see how it goes. But this is the setup, so take note of this and take a screenshot. Price is still very far from where our point of interest is, which is why I will not be dropping coordinates for now. So we'll just be observing because I have interest here. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys? Okay, so let's look at USD JPY. Okay, I'll start from the daily time frame. We have this BOS. Move to 4-hour time frame. Okay. And then price tapped into this origin. A change of character here. Origin. We move to 2-hour time frame. Okay, I think price is just trying to finish up this movement, but let's keep refining to see the next line of action. Break of structure. Key zone. We move to 30 minutes. Okay. Now we have this record structure here. Move to 15 minutes. Okay. So from this supply, we should be expecting price here. And this key zone. Then we have this break to the upside, which is the last break of structure. And we have this other block. So if the sellers are ready to drop, we need, a break of structure, price tapping into the origin, then we'll drop USD JPY. So it's kind of similar to what is happening currently with GBP JPY. But let's see how it goes. But this is what we need to wait for. Positioning for a sell, or we are having a sell bias to take a buy from this other block. So let's see how it goes. Price will have to deal with this particular other block first. So I'm not looking to buy from here because this resistance level is here. And I'm not looking to sell either from here because this other block is here. So we need clearance. We need price to break, retest, remove, or break and retest, remove. Okay? So let's look at which other pair. Let's look at US 30. Okay, I did a little back testing with those in the VIP group on US 30, and I didn't really enjoy the results. So do I have traders here, that focus more on US 30? Do I have traders here that focus more on US 30? I want to know in the comments. Let me know if so. And you are packing our funds. So I told those in my VIP group I'll have to study this US 30 well and tell them most of the things price react to. Because when it comes to the pairs I trade, like GBP JPY and gold, at least to an extent, I understand how they move, and I know when to get out. Oh, I tried backtesting this one. This one, it was just hitting stop loss back to back. But I have traders, and I can see in the comment section, people are packing our funds with US 30. So let me know. You stick strictly to the strategy, or what have you noticed? Do you think US 30 respects key zones more? When I mean key zones, I'll say support and resistance level, or order block, or FVG. Let me know. Someone say my best pair. So let us know in the comments from your experience trading US 30. Because if you ask me now my experience trading GBP JPY or gold, I'll tell you what I know. So from your experience trading US 30, if it's your favorite pair, someone say it really works like magic. Hope it's working. You are now talking nice. It really works like magic. Hope. Hope is giving you money. Hope is giving you money. So let's check from the daily time frame. Price is respecting this key support here, and we have price tapping into other block, and 4-hour time frame. We have this other block here, and then this fair value gap, the price tapped into 2-hour time frame. Okay, push to the downside. I can say there's a change of character. We obviously have this origin. Just have in mind that most of this long push that happened yesterday created an order block. So there will be a lot of buy position there, and which we need to be very careful, because I keep saying it again. Once it's too obvious like this, there is something fishy about that move. So if price is returning to all this, order block created by this spike, our advice, you work with confirmation, don't just rush in. Especially with US 30. I think US 30 has the finest spike because it was just a long push to the upside. No weak rejection, just long push. Okay, so now what do we have? Breakout structure here. Another breakout structure. I'm not always interested in correctional move that is against the trend, because for my trading results, when I go through them, most of the stop losses I get is when I'm trying to catch correctional move. So I don't really like correctional move that much. So I like positioning for the trend. So from this correctional move, if we are to get in, this is what we should expect. This is what we should expect. Then price will drop here. But then, to be safe, because I know US 30 may want to spike up, it is better off here, because I just saw this order block now. So this can be liquidity here. Like this, or you can just keep it straight like this. Okay, so we can wait for this on US 30. Let's see how it goes. So for US 30 traders, take note. This is a correctional move entry, and this one is impulsive move entry following the current market structure. And if you are trying to position for a buy here, please work with confirmation. That is if price will slash down to this point. But this is the probable one for now. following what price is giving us. You can also see this particular key zone here, but that one is pending. You know, USD is just laying traps here and there. A break of structure, the origin, it reacted off, FVG dropped. Now another break of structure. You can also see this origin here. Interesting. So we'll leave it pending. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I think I'll be analyzing one more pair before we'll wrap it up. So what should we look at now? Let's wrap it up with US oil. US oil. Let's work with this one. So earlier this year, I promised indices traders, that is VIX 75, VIX 100, and so on, that will also be bringing their own setup here. So once it is like from April, that will start. From April, I've been backtesting. I don't really trade indices, but I'm trying them out now with just a little account because I want to check if my strategy works there before I start putting it out here. I don't just, push things like that. So I'm trying to check if my strategy works. Although I have, those in my private group that I see them trade, indices and they're, making money with it. But I don't really trade it, so I don't know, how the strategy works there. So I'm back testing, and I'm also forward testing by, trading currently. So let me see how my results will be. If it's good enough, then we'll start analyzing it here. So we'll be dropping setup for indices traders too. So let's look at US oil and wrap it up. Daily time frame. Whether US oil likes it or not, this is a break of structure, because this weak rejection, I don't really understand. Okay, then we have this origin here. We move to 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, break of structure, then price tapped in. Then we have break of structure here. We move to 2-hour time frame. One hour. Okay, 30 minutes. What do we have? I think price is doing what we call, break and retest here. I'll map it out as resistance zone. Then we'll move to 15 minutes. Whenever we get, a nice spike like this, it's always, price coming back to the origin it cleared just to retest and drop further. And I think that has happened from 15 minutes already. So price came, tested it and dropped again. Now tapped into other block, dropped again. And now it's pushing back up. Okay. So checking from 15 minutes, we have a supply zone here. So we have a supply zone here, which simply means positioning for a drop here would be ideal. But checking the supply zone, it didn't give a clear break of structure. No clear break of structure because of this weak rejection, so it's just a poor high. So I don't really trust this supply zone that much to send the market back down. So I will not call out this trade. I will just observe what US oil will do here. So if I see more reasons, if it clears this order block here, just one more confirmation, then I can consider it. Okay, so that will be all for now. Let's check other setups we have. You can see GBP JPY is still reacting here, not much movement. Then we have gold, waiting for gold here. Gold is still dancing around. We'll wait patiently. Bitcoin, this sell is still here. That's one thing with correctional move. The movement with correctional move. Well, let's see. But with the way I'm seeing it, it wants to spike up. So since price is still resting around entry, you may just decide to cut the trade. Let's patiently wait for the next thing. Because with this positioning, it looks like it wants to spike up. I don't really trust the sell. So there's still another case on here. But let's see. So just calm down for now. Let's not fall into traps. Then GBP USD is what we have. USD JPY is what we have. You can see how price is still fighting with this other block. Not ready yet. Then US 30. We have a sell first. And then US oil no setup. Someone is asking how many pips for gold. So gold for the stop loss is 314 pips. And then take profit is 1,385 pips. So it's a trade of 1:4 to reward ratio. Let's see how it goes. All right, traders, thanks for joining. I'll see you guys again next Tuesday. So having in mind that the waiting room for my April class is out, but it will be closing this Friday. So if you want to join, if you're in the public group, you already see the announcement ongoing, and it will be closing this Friday. So if you want to get access to join those in the VIP group and take your trading seriously, those of you that you already know how to trade, because if you are joining this live section, you should understand how I trade, you should understand the strategy. But in there, you get pushed, to pick up an account, to grow your account, to not trade with emotions and the rest, and learn how to trade with peace of mind. No pressure at all. So you need to, from there, you will understand, some of the little mistakes you are making here and there, and get to correct them and start growing. Most people joined me knowing what they are already doing on the charts, but they are just finding it difficult to grow an account. They are just finding it difficult to, make money out of trading. If it's to map out something on the chart, because the beginners are just few. That's those that don't understand what is happening. But most people join me understanding what is happening because I put it out here, in public, so that you get to learn how to analyze. So when you join, we'll focus more on, helping you grow your account. So if you want to join, just click the link in the description to message me. Let me also drop the link in the comments. You drop a message because waiting room closes on Friday. You drop a message. Where is this link? Okay, so this is it. So you can drop a message there to get access to the VIP group before it closes. Everything will not be in public. Some things you need to pay for it to get it too. All right, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye for now.